Hello and welcome, I'm Chaos the Kid, and this is episode 1 of my first Let's Play for this channel, Ratchet and Clank. As you can see, this is part of the Ratchet and Clank 10th Anniversary Collection. I picked this one over the PlayStation 2 one simply because PlayStation 3 looks better on both my TV and my game capture than my PlayStation 2 would, so that's good for all of us. I picked this game specifically because I'd like to play the whole Ratchet and Clank series on my channel, mainly because it was my favorite series growing up. One of the first games I bought, and my favorite game from most of my childhood, was actually this one, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. I didn't realize it was the second in a game series when I bought it. I did notice the 2 that's partly hidden in the title there, with Clank being the top of the 2 and Going Commando being the bottom. A few years later, I found Ratchet and Clank, the first one, and Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal in a discount games bin in a store somewhere. I forget where. I forget what the store was. Right now. From there, I was hooked on the series and bought every Ratchet and Clank that came out in Walmart, the closest my hometown had to a gaming store, and the few other Ratchet and Clank games I found in other stores. I love them all, including the newer ones for the PS4 and even Ratchet Deadlock, which apparently lots of people disliked, but it's actually up there with Ratchet and Clank Going Commando as some of my favorite Ratchet and Clank games. Since the gladiator arena battles and death courses are always my favorite part of any of the games, it makes sense I would like Ratchet Deadlock. Oops. That. As I said, I'm going to do the Ratchet and Clank series, but not back to back. After I finish this game, I'll play 1 or 2 other games, and then do Ratchet and Clank Going Commando, and then 1 or 2 other games to keep things varied on this channel. However, as I go, I probably won't be playing the Ratchet and Clank handheld games since I don't know how to record them, but I might find a way. I definitely won't be recording Ratchet and Clank Going Mobile or Ratchet and Clank Before the Nexus since they are phone games and I don't like phone games. That's the only game platform I'm biased against. But I will do all the ones on the PlayStations, including Ratchet Deadlock. It's on this 10th Anniversary Collection, but I do have an HD copy downloaded separately that I'll play when I get to that point in the series. Now I'm just going to lower the volume here since during test recordings it was really loud in the recordings whenever I collected a bolt. It hurt my ears a little bit when I reviewed the recordings. I just read recordings like 3 times. That is horrible sentence structure. Alright, I'm going to lower the sound effects a bit so it doesn't hurt your ears when I collect a bolt, and music since it started drowning things out on the test recordings when I lowered the sound effects. So I'm kind of guessing here because there's not really any like digits or dials to show you how much, like what percentage you're at, so I think that's good. Okay, so if I just lowered the game volume on recording, it would lower cutscene volume as well. So this way you can hear the cutscene since I don't think either of these options affect cutscene volume or in-game dialogue spoken while I'm playing. Alright. So let's go back up here, and so this and most episodes will be around 30 minutes long, most likely a bit past that if I'm in the middle of a cutscene and some time for an outro, not or. Now, with all the intro and channel explanation out of the way, let's start this game. If you're tired of hearing me talking, then don't worry, most of the rest of episode 1 will be a bunch of cutscenes, and I'll do my best not to talk over them. Oh. Heard the friggin' PS3 click around. That took a bit of power to blow this up for some reason. Alright, I will be talking during gameplay though, so if you're looking for a silent playthrough, then sorry, but you need to keep looking. Alright, so let's do that. Do you want to say... Yes, I do. I don't know why you always ask that. Let's, Why does it always do that? It's good. Sorry if it got really loud there for a moment. I'm trying to adjust game volume. Sorry if it got really loud there. I had to... The opening scene where you select your 3 games is really loud for some reason, so I had to lower game volume for that, but I'm raising it back up so you can hear when I start playing. Okay, going quiet now.
Final step, attach robotic ignition system. Thank you for using help desk technology.
And we're in. So yeah, in case...
Welcome to the Gadgetron Help Desk.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, so for some reason the screen, the right stick to look around is inverted. And I'll never know why they decided to go with that. I'm pretty sure it's normal in the later games, but oh, what would it be under? Sound effects, camera, I guess. Yeah, sure, normal. Right.
For you advice during your interplanetary travels. The Help Desk is a free service provided by Gadgetron Corporation.
Yeah, so that was the Help Desk lady. She's going to be our tutorial. Oh, look, there's our hero, Captain Quark. We'll learn about him in a bit. So yeah, basically one of the things you want to do is smash all the boxes you find anywhere. They're full of bolts. That's the money in this game. Don't ask me what makes them different from normal bolts. I think in the next game they specifically call them gold bolts, and they do look golden. Right now they're just silver and referred to as bolts. I love that you could hear these guys in the last cutscene right before the game started. Like, you'd hear boing, boing, boing. So yeah, enemies drop bolts. Those were enemies, don't worry. I'm not just killing innocent frogs. You know what? I'll prove it. I'll prove to you guys these guys are not innocent. They're very mean. This guy will bite me. Ow! I didn't just get bit for no reason either. It's also going to show us how the health intro works. And I can get through this intro without taking any damage. So I was like, when I got there, I'm like, now I need to go get hurt to show how health works.
You can interrupt help desk messages by pressing the triangle button. To disable help desk messages, please select options from the pause menu.
Be honest, who has played this game and who interrupted her while she told you how to interrupt messages? I know I did as a kid. That was the only message I ever interrupted, because I do like
Gadgetron's OmniWrench 8000 includes a new helmet strike feature. To activate it, use the R1 button to crouch, and then press the square button.
Yeah, I do like games that actually like give you intros and teach you everything. I'll never understood why people just mash through those. It's like you learn cool stuff that you wouldn't know otherwise in some games. Like, I've absolutely gone to my buddies' houses and played games, and they're like, oh, you can do that? I'm like, yeah, they teach you in the intro. But yeah, she was saying you can crouch and throw your wrench. This is pointless. We get guns in this game. In fact, the second game is all about just the insane amount of guns you get. This game also has a lot of guns. They're kind of more varied in this game, though. Like, in the next game, you'll see me buy a lot more than I'll buy in this game and use a lot more. The only thing useful in this game for having all the guns is fighting the final boss, because then you just have ammo for days. In the next game, though, it's pretty easy to just buy the guns you want. Don't have to worry about not having enough ammo. Because I don't think there's any bullet sponge bosses in the next game. I did not say that right. Bullet sponges. Look at this frog just screwing with this robot. Here, I'll help you, buddy. But yeah, there's no bosses. They're just like a giant health bar. I think even the final boss isn't that bad next game. This one just has a lot of health, if I remember correctly.
Press the circle button to equip.
I might be thinking of a different game, though. I played the remake. Oh.
First person by holding down the L1 button.
I talked over her intro. Sorry about that. I'm trying my best, but she also just pops up randomly. But yeah, I did just play the remake, and that had a bullet sponge boss at the end, which was weird because it's the latest one. But yeah, so our guns right now, we only have the bomb glove. It's just grenades. Like, there's nothing special, no fancy, no crazy trick. It's just grenades.
You just picked up nanotech. Whenever you sustain injury, your Gadgetron's patented nanotech system will build your body from the inside.
Yeah, so I should have said it. I'll point out next time, but there's a glass box there with a swirling orb in it. That's health in this game, as she just said. It's a nanotech that, like, heals you. Like I said, I got here in my test recording. It had taken no damage and was like, well, now I need to go get shot with a laser beam. At least this way I had a funner way to show it. So yeah, if I remember correctly... Nope. Okay, I'll just... Nope, that's not it either. Okay, I'm trying to press all the buttons just to see if I'm remembering something here, but I'm not. So yeah, there's just grenades. You can see the white reticle on the ground. That's where your bomb's gonna land. There's some things that make it a bit iffy, but we'll get to that later.
Interesting.
Guy!
You're quite handy with your wrench.
You bet. I built that ship with it.
Currently, I'm in search of someone who could be of assistance in saving the solar system. Do you know where I might find that fellow?
Well, he's on the radio every week. Other than that, no. Hey, what's with all this save the solar system stuff anyway?
Hello, citizens of... My race, the Blog, have a small problem. Our planet has become so polluted, overpopulated, and poisonous that we are no longer able to dwell here. But I, Chairman Drek, have a solution. We are constructing a pristine new world using the choicest planetary components available. So, what does this mean to you might ask? Using highly sophisticated technology, which you couldn't possibly understand, we will be extracting a large portion of your planet and adding it to our new one. Unfortunately, this change in mass will cause your planet to spin out of control and drift into the sun, where it will explode into a flaming ball of gas. But, of course, sacrifices must be made. Thank you for your cooperation. And if you don't like it, you can take your whiny, sniveling, snot-nosed populations, form a line behind me, and kiss my... We're still on? Well, turn it off, you idiot!
The people on those planets are hosed. Well, good luck getting Captain Quark to help you.
Actually, you could help me. If you could use your ship to take me to the coordinates contained in this infobot, I might be able to gather further information there.
Even if I wanted to, I can't. I'm missing a crucial component of the ship.
The robotic ignition system.
How did you know that?
I, sir, happen to be equipped with the latest in robotic ignition systems. My programming allows me to start any ship I choose.
So, I agree to take you to this, wherever it is, and you get my ship started for me?
That is what I'm proposing.
Deal.
This could be a problem. Take care of it.
Whoa, this is great! So that's where I've been stuck this whole time.
Please return your appendages to the steering mechanism, sir.
Huh? Oh, right. Sorry. Oh, and by the way, you can stop calling me sir. The name's Ratchet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, sir.
You got a name?
My serial number is B54296.
Oops. I'll just call you Clank for short. Hang on!
So you see, it would be most beneficial if your citizens were not in the city when my workers begin removing it.
Preposterous! I will not stand for this.
Unfortunately, you have no choice in the matter.
Let's just see what Captain Quark has to say about that, my good man. I don't see what's so funny. Captain Quark could dispatch you without even breaking a sweat, you puny.
You have now officially worn out your welcome and my patience.
This is your last chance. Stop this madness now!
Okay, wait. You're right. I will withdraw my troops.
Really?
No! He's all yours, gentlemen. Try not to leave any marks.
Clank? Where are you? Oh, sorry about that. Well, we're not leaving the way we came in.
Perhaps we could procure a ship from one of the inhabitants.
If there are any left.
Alrighty, nice landing there, friggin' Ratchet. Oh, what's this? When the game shows saving, well, the lady's not gonna save this for us? Okay, welcome to the new planet. Okay, so the main storyway is down there, but there's also some side stuff up there and back there, I believe. Yeah, there's something back there. I just forget what it is. I think it's just a gold bolt. Funny enough, they're called gold bolts in this one, but they're like special collectible items, not the gold bolts I was talking about earlier. I was just gonna do the thing where it stays on my screen for like forever, That really sucks. This is the one problem with this, is that it's kind of glitchy. Oh no, it went away.
I got some great bargains for you today.
So this is a Gadgetron vendor. He'll sell us weapons. I don't have enough bolts for this one yet. So, but more weapons will become available and we'll get more money, so... We'll get to that later. So one thing I want to say when I was saying about the bomb glove here, how I said it can get a bit iffy sometimes. There's a train level later where you're moving. If you try to throw the bombs, they just get whipped past you and just go flying backwards, which makes sense. But they don't really have any way to show that, and it kind of like goes forward a bit, stops midair, and then comes back and misses. It doesn't hurt you, it's just very annoying. So I just want to get that out of the way because the cutscene interrupted me. Secondly, for those of you who are wondering who the heck Captain Quark is, they keep talking about him, but they don't really explain. He's a superhero. No, there's nothing more to that. He's just like a superhero of this galaxy. I know he's a superhero of multiple galaxies, because we go to a different galaxy later, and I don't think anyone really knows him there. But in this galaxy at least, he's the galaxy's #1 superhero. And that's why like Clank wants to find him to get him to take down Chairman Drek. And that's why like the president of this planet, it's really weird when you have like a president of a planet. It doesn't make a lot of sense. That's why the president's like, Captain Quark will stop you, but Chairman Drek thinks he's so awesome that Quark can't even touch him. Anyways, sorry about all that ranting, just want to get out of the way. So normally I do go into these other directions first, but for story reasons, other than my ranting that held up the story, I'm going to go this way and actually do what Ratchet would do when he gets here. He's going to go save the people. So that's my little maneuver. If you run forwards, throw a grenade, and hop away, you can... Most of the time you can get out of the way of enemy gunfire. So yeah, these, it's really weird, because like... We're fighting these robots and these bees. They don't appear anywhere else in the game. The bees appear elsewhere, but these robots do not. These aren't Drek's ground forces. I don't know who these guys are. I don't know if they're just like robo-banditos or something that are taking advantage of the chaos. We will fight some of Chairman Drek's soldiers, the Blarg. We'll fight some Blarg foot soldiers when we get to the end of this area. So you'll get to see them there. These guys, though, I don't really understand what they're about. Oh. See, that's the problem with my hit and run tactics. Sometimes you just throw the grenade wildly. That gun we could have bought is just a flamethrower, so it doesn't really help too much against these guys. Although you don't really need a weapon that helps, because especially in this game, the enemies are kind of basic. Like you see the robots, they just stand there and shoot at you. Things like this, with multiple guys, it can get a bit tricky sometimes. I forget exactly how we're supposed to strafe in this game. See, they'll move if you get close, but other than that, they just stand still. I think the Blarg actually run around the area a bit, and like, they at least don't stand still. I know that. And then in later games, all enemies move around. But for some reason, these guys are just like some basic era game guys, and they just stand still, lock themselves in and shoot in the right direction. So yeah, nanotech I was talking about earlier, again, sorry didn't point it out. But now you see what it looks like. If you're not hurt, it just sits there, so you can go get hurt. So even if you break the box, you can get hurt, and then come back and heal. Very useful if you remember where they are. I don't care enough. I normally just keep charging ahead and die. I'm talking fast, sorry about that. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff out really fast. I feel like I've just been wasting time with that. I've also tried to record about like 5 times now, and just stuff kept going wrong, so... I'm sorry if I'm rushing through episode 1 here. I'll slow down a bit in next episodes as soon as I get this to start working. Oh my goodness, there's the guy. Die, fool! Yeah, there's not really like a... Oh, wrong button. I didn't know that did that. Not really like a strafe. There's a zoom in with L1, and there's crouch with R1. And R2, oddly. Enough. Oddly. So yeah, again, these robots, you should have no problem with them. Unless you're screwing around, and even then just take care to remember where the health is. I think there's some stuff behind these bridges, nothing important. It's a creeper from Minecraft! It's not, but it kind of looks like it. I don't even think Minecraft was out when this game started. Oh yeah, there's that thing I didn't talk about. That little, thing with the antenna coming out of it. You can't see it too well, but you probably saw it when I was over there. That's important a lot later. You get a gadget that, this game also has a lot of gadgets you get, which is also fun. You get a gadget that lets you interact with those. For now, though, they're non-important. You can remember where they are if you want, but you also later, as a reward for a side mission, get a map that tells you where all the collectibles is, so... Oh god, I just keep smashing it. I'm just so instinctively like, kill the health. I'm sure you understand. You saw what that health box looked like. So this is a function of this glove we didn't really get to see. It does have an AoE. It is an explosion, so it can take out multiple enemies at once. Most of the time, though, enemies aren't really grouped up. Again, it's like the later games, they kind of realize that, so they do send like lots of small enemies at you, like those bees just now. But even when fighting the bees, they tend to like come at you in groups of like 2 or 3 at the most. Mostly they come from like all directions. It's like, oh no, I'm surrounded. Oh, I thought Blarg soldiers came in. Maybe that's in the again. Like I said, I played the reboot recently. Thought he was gonna get me. Also, if you notice, they shoot the ground really close to them first, and they slowly shoot further away with every shot. Wow, no Blarg soldiers.
Don't hurt me! Don't hurt me! Oh, what are you? Mercenaries? Torturers? Assassins? I'll tell you anything. Here, take my infobot. It's all I've got left.
Sir, we're not assassins.
Hold on. Let's see what he's got.
Has this ever happened to you? Hi, I'm Captain Quark, and believe me, there's nothing worse than staring down a Blargian snagglebeast from the inside and knowing your equipment isn't functioning properly. That's why I come to Al's Robo Shack for all my electronic needs. Al has been the exclusive repair shop for my super electro gadgets since I was knee-high to a sand mouse. If Al can't fix it, it's not broke. Right, Al? You said it, pal. So if you're fighting crime, or just fighting grime, come to Al's RoboShack in Metropolis for all your robotic repairs. Al's RoboShack, it's Quarktastic!
Do you know what this means?
Yeah, Captain Quark is really sold out.
No, it means Captain Quark is on Metropolis. We could tell him about this invasion.
If we had a ship.
What? A ship? What? You're not going to torture me? Well, as planetary chairman, I could arrange for you to borrow our courier ship.
Cool.
You can count on us, sir.
Right. Thank you, your chairman shipliness.
Gadgetron infobots give you coordinates for new planets. You should press the select button to bring up the map and go to the top. It's marked with a star.
Okay, so yes, here is what a health box looks like. It's got glass sides, health symbol on the top. As always, it's smashable with your wrench. Which I didn't really talk about, but yes, Ratchet's main weapon is a wrench. I'm sorry, I thought that would be very obvious. I'm sure some people are like, why didn't you talk about it? It's obvious. Dude fights with a wrench. He also doesn't get another weapon. It's kind of like Gordon Freeman's crowbar. Ratchet uses a wrench, so... If you don't like that, I'm sorry, but it's not going to change for you. To be fair, though, he kind of wields it like a goddamn battle axe. Which is pretty awesome. Can I walk under this ship? Oh, thank goodness. Sometimes in older games, they have like weird hitboxes, so you just like walk in the side. It's like, oh, you can't get under it. Also, yes, as planetary chairman, that makes a lot more sense than planet president. I think later, though, there's like a president of the galaxy in a later game. I think that's then up your arsenal or something. At least chairman kind of sounds like there's something more going on than just you get to be in charge of the galaxy. He's also of this planet. So yeah, we can technically leave now because of that infobot. Like they said, the infobot gave us coordinates to a new planet, but there's 2 more places we can go before we leave. And we don't need any gadgets to do them, so, well, you get a gadget much later on that makes that way a tiny bit easier, but you can easily do it without the gadget. Like, it's just the tiniest amount if you want to be a baby. This way is more interesting, so I'll probably... Maybe I should say that for last, though, because this other way is pretty fast, and I can do it without, worrying about making this last too long. So it's like, the other way is not really long, but...
Press the square button to dive, and the X button to rise.
Exactly,
Push the
thanks.
X button harder to rise more quickly.
Really? To be honest, I thought it was tap more, like, not push it harder. Because most games, they don't really... Come on. Let's hold square. I don't know why she didn't give us a tutorial for this. But yeah, anyways, the other way is not harder. There's a slightly bigger chance of dying because there's more enemies. But then there's also like a whole cutscene and everything at the end. This way is just kind of a straight stretch. Oh look, robots for no reason. How are you guys in this cave? Are you on break? I know robots in this game often work on like AIs and stuff, so like these actually are intelligent creatures I'm killing. Isn't that a little messed up to think about? I didn't throw the grenade. I also think you can strafe those guys easily if they're shooting, like, because they just shoot in a straight line. Although, I could have swore sometimes when I've just tried to sidestep them, they did still manage to shoot me, so... I don't know. Fight them however you find best. So yeah, there's some bolts down there, not going to go for it.
Press the square button to dive and the X button to rise. Push the X button harder to rise more quickly.
So you only got a certain amount of air in thy lungs, as you know, anyone does. My main point is you don't have like an air tank or a gas mask, or not gas. That would not help you underwater. Do not put a gas mask on before diving. What I'm thinking of is like in this game, on the recording you can still see the air tank on the side. I know that's annoying. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. But yeah, you do get the gadget you get later on is like an like they call like I think they call it the filtration mask or something. I might be thinking of something else. But it's basically just like lets you breathe underwater and in toxic atmosphere, so that's why I'm thinking filtration, because you do need it to like go on a planet that's covered in smog and poisonous gas. So even if they don't call it filtration, it still works like a filtration mask, so... And that's why having that makes this slightly easier, because then you don't have to worry about your air meter. But again, you saw I did that easily, so... Well, you can baby out and be like, I don't want to drown, but you have plenty of time. Not to... Oh yeah, this is it. This is, I think there's something... So as you can see, this is a cracked wall, very Zelda-esque. I don't know if they have things like this in later games. I think this is the only one with, like... Not the only one with breakable walls, but, like, it's not really a thing in later games. This one has a few breakable walls. And that's the gold bolt I talk about. It's a collectible in this game. In later games, the average stuff you get is called gold bolts, and I forget what these get called later on. They get a special name, though. Although, I might also just be misremembering. I definitely know that the bolts in later games are gold. I actually don't know for sure if they're called gold bolts. That's what me and my friends called them. Because again, that was the first game we played, so we're like, oh, golden bolts, how fun. So yeah, again, look, I have plenty of oxygen to get through that. I can swim around, have some fun. I can drown. You know. So that's all that trail is. If you miss that gold bolt, this whole path is pointless. When you get the map that tells you where collectibles are, though, you can easily go and get it, because now this is open. Before it was closed. So yeah, I think this is where I'll be ending it for now. I'll come back in episode 2 and do this, and then go to a different planet. I'm going to get another planet. I'm just going to spoil it. You get another planet infobot at the end of this path. I was going to say trail. I don't know. But trail would have worked. At the end of this path, you get another infobot, but it's a whole cutscene and everything. So you'll unlock another planet. I'll figure out which one to go to next. But for now, this will be the end. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.